Enter the office of landscaper Dave Kirkby on the 9th green. Discover breathtaking designs and Tanya van Graan at the Anglo Gold Awards. A festival of colour captures 4 commercials in 4 days. And Zola's career's in overdrive, but his pool water needs some help. Our location is old world elegance in shape, vibrant and African in character.
A very good evening to you and thanks for joining us on Top Billing tonight. I'm Ursula. Our location is on a golf estate in Mount Edgecombe. Graceful and classic on the outside, it's richly textured, contemporary Afro-chic on the inside. KwaZulu-Natal in a nutshell.
Welcome to gracious colonial-style living on the prestigious Mount Edgecombe Golf Estate on the balmy Sugar Coast. 10 months of sunshine, 2 golf courses and a child-friendly environment was enough to convince Mark and Nicole Tuttle to make this their home.
This is nice, quirky even.
It is, isn't it? It's quite different. That was my decorator's choice. Took a bit of convincing, but I'm very happy with it. I think it just adds a little bit of life to the room.
It's always nice to have an interior designer around, but what did you ultimately want from your home's decor?
I wanted something that was very comfortable, something that we could live in, but I wanted clean lines, quite a contemporary look. Just something that we could be relaxed in, have the kids on the couch, the dog jumping up on the couch, and not have to worry about these things. But ultimately, I wanted it to look quite zhuzh.
The customized ottoman hides magazines and remote controls. To create visual appeal, accessories were hand-picked to bring rich color and texture into the home of this busy entrepreneurial couple.
Now, Mark and Nicole, the both of you live in Durban, which is pretty laid back anyway, but on a golf estate, that's got to be a cherry on top.
Yes, it is. It's unbelievable. You just sort of, as you drive through the gates, and you just get relaxed, chilled out, and it's just a fantastic place for children to be growing up in this sort of environment, and just security and safety. You just put your head in the pillow at night and go to sleep and have no worries whatsoever. So it's absolutely priceless.
How much advantage do you guys take of this lifestyle?
Advantage as in golf handicap-wise? I suppose some are better than others, but I don't take much of an advantage on that.
Do you play, Nicole?
Not well, but I do play a bit, very badly. Mark won't play with me.
Nicole runs a commercial property business, while Mark has his own insurance company. Both have a passion for art. A local gallery delivered a selection of art to their house for them to put up and live with first before making their choice.
Did you have any say whatsoever in what went into the interior?
When we went to choose certain items of furniture, I sort of gave my opinion on it and said, I like that. And if Nicole agreed, then we got it.
Mark loved the art, chose most of it. There's only one piece that I liked and he didn't like that he let me buy. So I think that's definitely was your department.
Yeah, although the one piece that you chose, everyone's remarked how beautiful it is. That's the sort of the best piece.
Nicole loved the pieces in their upmarket design store, so it was a natural choice to ask owner Liesel Hartmann and interior decorator Shay Eaton to help with styling.
Liesel, tell me why and how you redefined the space in this room.
We tried to find a focal wall in this particular space and balance everything in line with that. In this particular area, that would be the bay window. The chandelier is obviously in line with that. It was very important then that we had the Chinese TV unit placed up against that wall, and straight away it starts throwing dimensions of certain units that were pushed up against the wall now weren't in line. As a result of which, you can see over here, we've manufactured a server to go behind this particular couch. And the whole idea being that that has created a certain amount of balance.
A dramatic mix of reds, blacks and earthy colors set the tone, with texture added in the shape of kudu horns found in the African bush and bleached for effect. A beautiful hand-sewn table runner made with wooden African buttons softens the glass dining table.
The table is quite modern in the sense that it has the glass and it gives a modern touch, whereas the dining room chairs, these ones over here, give it more of an Afro-chic, contemporary look.
Nicole loves their main bedroom with its giant bay windows that draw light into the room. An upholstered headboard stretches the length of the bed to make the room appear more spacious, aided by the elongated bedside pedestals.
Shay, there's an ease and sumptuousness about this master suite that's so appealing.
Well, what we did, we took inspiration from an existing art piece that was originally here. And you'll find that many of the colors that we've used are in that particular art piece. On your wallpaper, it's more of your golden colors, and it's quite textural, and it's got a lovely, lovely sheen, which gives it that rich, very vibrant look to it.
They were married in a beautiful hotel on the estate. With their demanding work schedules, the couple rely on home to be a sanctuary for relaxing, entertaining, and enjoying hobbies such as reading and ceramic painting.
Guys, I think you've really chosen a great place to put down roots.
You know what, Ursula? We live in a beautiful home. I've got a beautiful wife. We live in a beautiful country, and we are having a fantastic time on the beginning of our journey, and hopefully our journey will continue along the same sort of lines.
Very sweet.
Whether walking Isabel, choosing between 2 golf courses, or watching the rush hour traffic of Wild Buck, for the Tuttles, life is sweet.
Coming up after the break, learning to fly, the Jeannie D story, plus our presenter finalist's dream of following in her footsteps.
Victorious.
When you get used to a fragrance, you stop smelling it. Ambipur introduces 3volution, the first dynamic air freshener with 3 complementary fragrances that change every 45 minutes. So you'll enjoy it all day long. New Ambipur 3volution, the air freshener you'll enjoy again and again and again. Pure inspiration. Your skin is alive, continuously protecting and hydrating. Sanex's Dermoactive formulas work with your skin's natural processes to help keep it at its healthy best. Sanex keeps skin healthy. Win one of 3 100,000 Rand cash prizes in the Sanex Keep Skin Healthy competition. Details on pack in store now.
How much is this?
You'll never have enough.
Really?
Really.
What was that all about?
He comes in here every month.
Why does he come back if he can't afford it?
Oh, he can afford it. He just likes to hear that he can't. Keeps him motivated.
Odim is the 12-year-old reserve of highest purity.
If Jeannie D had remained unseen her entire life, she'd still have been one of Good Hope FM's favourite DJs. But there was a TV show presented by a guy called Michael Moll which had her truly inspired. And when it came calling, Jeannie said, "Count me in."
Top billing for me is my life. I live it, I breathe it, and I love it. Every single morning I wake up, I'm excited to go to work. I love the work that I'm doing, and I think that's important. You need that in your life. You can't do a job unless you're going to love it with all of your heart. And just the opportunities that it's provided. I've seen the world and met the most incredible people, and from that, just gained amazing, amazing life experience, which I wouldn't give up for the world.
You've got to love Italian stallions.
And the feelings are mutual, even when she's covered in fish bait, elephant you-know-what, or traipsing a dump site in search of abandoned furniture. Still, being voted People magazine's best dressed female TV presenter and most popular female celeb at this year's You Spectacular event doesn't mean you're above some spectacular fluffs.
Nowadays in music, there's so many fly-by nights and one-night stands. You play quite a difficult character. She's a bit of a Greek, but it looks like you can have fun with her character.
Greek? You said Greek.
And a cream.
Well, that's the secret. Every fresh tart needs some... So, hello. Hi. Hi. How often do you train?
Being South Africa's most loved celebrity, how do you handle being in the public eye?
I actually really enjoy my private life. I've got a very close-knit family and I've got a very tight group of friends. And that's what makes me happy. I really enjoy spending time with them. However, I am in this industry and I appreciate being respected for my work. I appreciate being recognized for the things that I've done. And that's great. It's quite a rewarding feeling.
As a graduate of the National School of the Arts, becoming an icon of hands-on home improvement was something she hadn't seen in her stars. But Jeannie's proved the perfect foil for her DIY co-hosts Aidan and Yanez, taking the show in an entirely new direction. But there's a little secret she's been keeping even from them.
Jeannie, I've known you for a very long time, and not even I knew that you were doing your helicopter license. What brought this along?
Well, I've always had this insatiable thirst, I think, for adventure. And I spend so much time up in the air because I travel a lot. And I just decided, you know, in my spare time, I wanted to do something that was challenging and quite thrilling at the same time, something that I can't get bored with. So I met a couple of friends one night, and they all pilots, and they said, well, Jeannie, just try it once, and you'll be sold on the idea. And I love it.
The scenery certainly helps. Born and raised in Joburg, educated and first heard on Rau Campus Radio, while her affections for the Highveld remain strong as ever, every time she wakes up or touches down in Cape Town, she gets more attached to the city she now calls home. It might have something to do with this being designer Gavin Raj's home base too.
Gavin, Jeannie considers you to be one of her favorite designers. Why do you enjoy dressing her?
I think it's interesting dressing her because she has her own sense of style. She's quite headstrong, so she's not a slavish victim to fashion. It's nice because every time we dress her, we're putting things together and creating something for her. So I think also people find her look very appealing or different because she's not a clone. And for me as a designer, it's important because I always try and bring something out in the person who's wearing the clothing.
Sent into this world with the kind of curves to inspire designer collections and bring weakness to the knees of men, Jeannie's 1950s shape is one she enjoys accentuating. If shoes are her obsession, bordering on a condition, she isn't looking to be cured anytime soon.
So, Yanez, I spend so much time on my feet that I reckon it's good to treat them every now and then. Although I tend to go overboard every now and then.
How many pairs do you have?
I've got no idea how many pairs of shoes I have. Probably well over 200 pairs. But I wear my shoes, all of them, and I absolutely love them.
Jeannie, say hypothetically you're going to take me on a date tonight. What pair are you going to choose?
I would probably wear these. Okay. They're by Roberto Cavalli, and he's got a yacht that is exactly this tone. So these shoes are actually inspired by his boat.
Jeannie was out front and centre at Heat magazine's recent Hot 100 bash. With Aidan as her chiseled chaperone, the consensus from a jury of her peers was that this woman is the touchstone for all things hot.
She's elegant, she's cool, she's sophisticated, and she's hip.
She just is the life of the party. If you're in a car, if you're on a beach, if Jeannie's there, you know you're gonna have a good time.
I think Jeannie D is so outrageously loud and funny and intelligent and bubbly. She's fantastic. I know her from way back in the radio days, so go Jeannie.
She's absolutely fantastic. I've never met more of a charismatic person and, you know, be able to hang with the guys.
What she's doing takes a lot of guts. So I take my hats off to her, and I wish her the best of luck.
She seems to make her own luck, and it's been achieved not by PR campaigns or marketing gimmicks, but simply by being true to that singular character we now know as Jeannie D.
I certainly don't perceive myself as one of the hottest people in South Africa, but I think everyone's self-image is totally different to how other people see you. So, again, it's a fantastic, fantastic honor, but I'm just me. I'm the girl next door, if you live next door to Madonna.
Those are some serious shoes to fill.
A whole lot of serious shoes. But since Jeannie is not planning on vacating her top-billing stilettos anytime soon,
it falls to the would-be new presenter to step out boldly in a new direction.
In our national presenter search, Durban, true to form, had revealed two beauties with brains and temperaments equal to their looks, both now looking for a wider audience.
My name is Sarika Ramlakan and I'm 28 years old, currently concluding my dissertation towards my MBA. I want to make an impact, achieve things and be fulfilled. I often describe my personality as vivacious and spirited, whilst my style unique, creative and inspired. I definitely think I have certain characteristics that would make me a great top-billing presenter. I think from the time I can remember, top-billing has always stood out for me. The show oozes so much class, sophistication and charisma. Being right here is quite a great achievement for me, so I'm very happy.
Crowned Miss India South Africa, Sarika went on to be the first South African to be crowned Miss India worldwide. Add her work in marketing for a leading hotel chain and the MBA she's busy with, and her dream of owning a chain of health and beauty salons gets more achievable every day.
You know, my experiences in life have certainly molded the person I am. I think character-wise, socially as well, I've interacted with people from all sorts of different backgrounds, and it's humbled me as well. I believe that failure is not an option, and there's no such word as difficult for me, because if you put your mind to it, I believe that anything's possible.
Kajal Bhagwandeen agrees. Having spent 16 years mastering the North Indian dance style of Kathak, she also does hip-hop and Indian folk. And then there's her business side too.
From an auditor to a self-taught actress, presenter, budding scriptwriter, and with 16 years of dance training behind her, Kajal Bhagwandeen might be seen as having her feet on two ends of the world. But it's all about the art of balancing. After I've had some experience in it, I realize I possess certain qualities that I think a presenter needs. You need to be warm, you need to be able to...
Both had a fresh, new look in store, with bounce and attitude courtesy of the educated scissors of stylist Jen Pillay.
Indian hair and color, very tricky. Our undertone on Indian skin is yellow, so you have to be so careful of the type of blondes or browns you choose for that specific client. Color does complement different types of skin tone, but if it's yellow, then you bringing out that yellow undertone, and it's just a disaster.
Kajal got a rich chocolate brown to complement that knockout skin tone, and layers to create body and movement. Sarika's fine textured mane was colored blue-black, layered and drawn back from her face to reveal those royal cheekbones.
Fantastic, I love this gorgeous, beautiful hair. I love my new hair, it looks fabulous.